Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Rockman. Another edition of Insomniac's Journal, where I can't sleep because I think I know the truth. I gotta tell you, man, I had to bring someone very special along today. This young gentleman, outstanding person, he's been missed for so long, and he tells me we have so many conversations, and they're so good. I have to bring them to the crowd. So if you would, just go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Yo, what's up? I think you guys already know who I am. It's your boy, Cole Jackson, hashtag Dick Fury. You already know, Hail Hydra. Um, Rockman came at me. Yeah, he gave me the phone call. He gave me the call. You know, he was like, hey, why don't you come out and do a show with me? And I wasn't doing anything. This has been forever since I've been on a microphone. So I dusted the microphone off, and I thought I'd come in and help him out. So I'm here. You got me.
And he says forever, but it feels like yesterday. Honestly, he's still so talented, ladies and gentlemen. I brought him on today because the topic today, and I want you to help me with this, Mr. Cole, is these new age parents. And I want to tell you where I got that from. I got that, dude.
Tell the story because you told me the story. I want them to hear about it.
It's dude, like, all right. So I'm in Winn-Dixie, right? I had to get some stuff from my mom.
State number one.
Is that the new nigga capital for shopping? Is that what it is?
No, that ain't the nigga capital. I'm just saying. State number one.
So, continuing, I go in, and so there is this, she was black, and she had, about 4 or 5 kids with her, and...
Okay, wait. Now, anytime you say 4 or 5, that means you're not sure that all 5 kids were with her. So, just say she had 4 kids and 1 optional child.
Come on, cuz that one, it was the Jackson 5 to me, but you know how that is.
I'm just saying, you said 4 or 5 kids. One of those kids you just didn't know for her.
So that was 4 kids and an option. Is that what it is?
Yeah, 4 kids and an option.
You can't. That's terrible. Cole Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, in the story, what bothered me was that, and this is why I talk about new age parents, right? New age parents tripped me out because what bothered me was that she was sitting there, and 4 or 5 kids, they're running around, and she's just yelling at them, just like, stop, get in the motherfucking buggy, like, nigga, get your ass, and it was just like, is that really necessary? And I was on the phone with my mom. You already know my mom was just like,
What you talking about? I'm pretty sure your mom was like, what the hell going on?
Her exact words. You took the exact words out of her mouth, and it was just.
What's going on in Winn-Dixie, boy? You ain't got my milk yet?
Because no matter what's happening, they want whatever they sent you to the store for. Like that, nothing. It could be the end of the world.
Take it all day.
Mama, they out here shooting at me. Like, okay, did you protect the milk? Did you get the bread? So, and it destroys me because obviously, of course, she was the only one there. And no offense to single parents, but the father was absent, and it gets on my nerves. And I know people right now.
You talk like that nigga is in school. He was like, oh, he's absent. Like, no, that nigga is gone. He's missing. Like,
he couldn't have gone back to college. Cole is just it's no.
It was just like he's absent. Like, no, nigga, like that nigga is never coming back. Absent means come back. This nigga is gone.
And so it made me mad, man. And I know everybody who's listening is just like, well, Cliff, she had 4 or 5 kids with her. It's hard controlling even one, and that's absolutely right. But here's my thing, right? my mom was a single parent, and she had 2 kids, and my mom knew. I mean, and she not only did she have us and raise us, but she also raised other kids on her spare time. And my mom knew how to keep everybody in line. Like, she still to this day keeps children in line, and it's just one of those things to where it's just like, are these new age parents really, that, I guess, docile or lazy to where they're just like, whatever it takes to shut them up, and Cole, I mean, I don't know, how do you feel about that, man?
Well, my thing is, man, a lot of these parents, you have to understand, like, these days, a lot of parents ended up having kids at an early age. So it's to the point now where, you know what I'm saying, we have a lot of parents now that are, that were still in the club while they were trying to bring these kids up. And I'm not saying, I'm not dogging that out. I'm not dogging anybody, talking bad about any of that stuff.
Right,
what I'm saying is, you can't raise a kid when you hadn't been raised yourself.
Exactly. Say that again for the folk one time. Say it again.
You can't raise a kid if you hadn't been raised yourself. And the thing about it is, it's like, I was reading this art. It was actually from the census, which you might not know this, but the average age for white women to have kids or start having kids is 25. Guess what the average age is for black women in the United States? Just take a guess.
Oh, I hate to put my people on Front Street, but I'm gonna say 19.
Close. 21. And that was if I'm not mistaken,
really?
That was the average age, and that was back in, I'm trying to see if I got my facts right. That was actually about 5 to 6 years ago. And that's been the consistent average age.
Wow.
For black women. And you know what's funny? Hispanic women are actually a year ahead of us. It's 22 for Hispanic women, 21 for. So our people are the youngest people to have kids right now.
And that's a scary thing, man. Because I mean, like I'm 29 right now, bordering 30, and in this economy, it's so hard to take care of yourself and stay above water to float. Like, how is that? Like
James Evans used to do.
I mean, it's like, can you still play pool and get the rent now? Because
we can go play pool and get the rent. Florida, I gotta go out here and make this rent money.
Just still take
James, don't you go out there and hurt nobody. That was my rendition of good times.
But it's crazy. It's like, it's almost like there's a dissonance between the child and the parent because of that inexperience. Because like, for example, when you have someone that young raising a kid, your wild side is almost not, like, your wild days are not done. Like, to me, and I mean, some people just they die with those young days. Like, they pretty much want to go wild to the day they die. And then, like, a lot of these people kind of, it's not until 35 till a lot of people just kind of sober up and just like, okay, everything I wanted to do is pretty much out the window. Now I'm ready to start a family.
Yeah.
So,
man, look, man. Here's the thing. Let's be. See, you're being nice. Let's be honest, man. Let's just be honest. Close your legs. That's all I'm saying. Stop falling for it and close your legs.
Go, just say no. Is that what you're saying? Are you saying no sometimes or just no all the times? Like, what are you?
Say, anytime you have 4 kids and an option, that usually means you can close your legs. Just saying.
The option needs to be no, right?
I'm just saying, man. Like, not even no, just birth control or something. I think a lot of times, man, you have to think, man. Like, a lot of times, women, and I'm not trying to speak for any women because I'm not one, but a lot of times women just make these really bad mistakes, and I think it's because nobody's really understood how to break the cycle of being a young parent. I mean, this has been going on since we were kids, man. We're around about that age, and this has been going on since we were kids, man.
Exactly.
And it's just like, we haven't found a way to break that cycle yet, which really sucks because you get what happened to you and Win Dixie.
Yeah, and I felt, and again, anybody who's listening to that, we're not trying to put this lady down, but I really felt sorry for her because it's like there's so much going on that she doesn't have time to really break it down and just like, okay, like, and that's another thing too, man. When you discipline your child, you got to know which caliber to discipline with. Like, sometimes as a people, especially black people, like, we go too far, like in some places, and we just kind of embarrass ourselves as well as our kids right along with us. You know,
you mean like jumping off the top rope with an elbow because what you doing touching those skittles, boy? Oh, you about to get it down.
Yeah, like it doesn't always have to be like WCW or WWE like wrestling event. You know what I'm saying? Like it sometimes, sometimes it could just be a hey, just don't touch it, put it down. And then sometimes you do have to be stern, but you gotta know when. You gotta know which caliber to use. Again, you don't have to always be so like angry in public because then you give like the attitude to everybody else looking at you just like, wow, she really hates her kids, or like, wow, like that's a bad kid. And your kid is a reflection of you. Like
wait, hold up, Cliff. I'm about to do something that's really, it's probably gonna be, there's some women out there that's like, but Cliff, you ain't got no kids, so how you gonna care for them? That's my angry black woman impersonation.
I like it. No, but I
know how to discipline. I know how to discipline my child. You worry about yours.
And see, that's what everybody says.
I forgot. You don't got me.
And you know what's sad, Cole, is that like they don't understand. Like I miss the motto, like it takes a child, because and like I'm not saying that, and I am, ladies, if you listen to this, I'm not saying that I would be much better at the job. There is a reason why I don't have kids. That's all I'm saying. There is a reason.
Because you said no.
Yeah, because I said no. A lot of times I wanted to say yes, and I wanted to pull the R. Kelly, but mom's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes.
Oh,
but
that's what you say when you say I want to pull the R. Kelly, man. You gotta use it to the thing. Somebody would just think you trying to touch young girls or something.
No. 90s R. Kelly, not the new R. Kelly. 90s R. Kelly. 90s. That's the thing, man. Oh my God!
R. Kelly would know better. R. Kelly some money for all the stuff for all the women he got me. Making them dead.
But back to the point, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't like. It's not that. It's just the fact that like you just have to know when. Like my mom, like I love her to death because my mom knew the line. Like she knew. There's a line where I'm your best friend. There's a line where I'm your mama. There's still some stuff that there's still some shit today that I just would not do in front of my mama or say to my mama because I love her too much and she has put that fear of God into me. Like, it's going to, like, even if I were to say that to someone else's mama, she would just appear out of nowhere and beat my ass. Like, that's how our moms rolled back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, now it's just like, I see kids get away with murder and I'm like, man, like, can I hit them for you?
I think the thing about it, though, Cliff, we don't know because we're not in that position, but a lot of people, one thing about being a single parent, especially a woman being a single parent, is like they don't know how to make that line or how, and I'm not speaking from experience, I don't know, so I don't want to hear nobody, well, you don't know what you're talking about, like, shut up. This is just from outside looking in, but a lot of women or single parents don't know how to, put that line down and kind of be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be each other's friend, and I don't get that. Like, parents are not supposed to be friends.
No, right? Like, that's what I said. Like, my mom, like, she's like my best friend or whatever. But like I said, there's still some things I will not cross my mom. Like these kids now, this new generation, are just like, no, like if you do that to me, I won't be your friend. And then the parents just back down magically, and I'm just like, wait, no. Yeah, yeah. It's like, wait, no, they can't go anywhere. They still need that roof under their head. So I mean, Come on now, you gotta do something. You know, like it's just weird, man. And
the thing about it, I didn't mean to cut you off, but the
no,
thing
no, no,
about
go
it
ahead.
is, man, you can't sit up there and tell your child what to do when you're on Instagram showing your ass too. It don't work. How you gonna be the mom and you sitting here taking these, like, look at my ass on Saturday,
And
you got your daughter in there doing the same thing.
and that, you know
can't
what?
Be an effective parent doing that.
And you know, and that's another thing I wanted to bring up too. You have to lead by example. Like, I understand nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. No one is. But
speak for yourself. 'Cause I am.
well, Mr. Cole Jackson is perfect. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not perfect, and no one is. And you just have to, know, like, okay, yeah, I can't be a good role model all the time, but know that they represent you in some way. So, in other words, you know, if you see them acting up, you see them doing things, it's like, well, wait, they're probably doing this because somewhere down the line they saw me doing this, or somewhere down the line they've seen, you know, me betray someone else like this, you know. And so you have to really, and that's another thing too, like, parents don't control what their kids see anymore. I can't tell you how many kids on Xbox Live probably have Grand Theft Auto that are under 10 years old. And it's just like, really? You know? Really?
Here's the thing, Cliff. Here's the thing, though, right here. You said something a second ago, and I was trying to jump on that before you went too far. But, like, do people even really care how they're represented in society anymore? Have you ever thought about that? Like, you just said, like, your child kind of represents who you are, you know, represents you as a person also.
You know what? That's a good point. And you know what? Anybody who's listening to this right now, oh, sorry to cut you off, Cole. Anybody listening to this right now, put that in the comments. Whether or not you still believe people still believe in representing themselves and their family. Because I think you're absolutely right on that, Cole. Like, please go ahead and continue, because that was a good point. Like, I think there's a lot of people who are so socially inept, they don't care about representing, and not so much like, you know, society or anything like that, but more so just representing yourself and your family as a sense of honor. Now, like, the Japanese always will have that. They'll always have that sense of honor and pride, but it's like, did we lose that along the way? You know, as Americans or in the American culture? And you're absolutely right on that. Now, what brings you to that point? Why do you believe that, Cole?
No, I mean, that was more of a question. I mean, that's not a belief. That's more of a question. Like, I'm just trying to figure out, do people even care about how they're represented by their children? I mean, that was something that was kind of important to me and my folks that I grew up with. Like, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't acting like even though I did act like an ass, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to be as respectful as I possibly can, just to show that, hey, you know, I was raised correctly and I know how to be respectful to older people or be respectful to others. And I don't think parents even care about that anymore. You know, they're not worried about that anymore. And I know, you know, people, you don't care what other people think, and that's good, but you do want to be represented in the right way in society. Like,
Absolutely.
everybody wants to be represented in a correct way. Nobody want to be like, well, that's my son, he going to prison, nigga.
Yeah, you know, I mean, come on, like, and if they are like that, but you know, like that's, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Like, you to an extent, you have to say, how does this reflect on my family? You know, how would my mom, even if you're like alive and your mom's not alive right now, you know, like, just think to yourself, man, like, how was your father, like, you know, feel about how you're acting now? Would he respect this ratchetness or this ratchet, you know?
I don't think it's that. I didn't mean to cut you off. I don't think it's that. I just think that, you know, you want your kids to show that how good of a parent you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I have kids, I want my kids to be like, you know, respectful to other people. I want them to, you know, just kind of, I want them to be them. I want them to have their own personality. I don't want them to be a carbon copy of me, but I want our family to be represented correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, that Wilson boy, he's going places. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He's going somewhere.
No, exactly. Well, hold on, guys. We got to take a quick break real quick, but we'll be right back. Cole, stay with me. We just gotta change over. We got commercials, man. Be right back. Hello, everybody. We are back. Cole, thank you for joining me. Hey, man, it's pro bono.
Wow.
Real quick. So as we were talking about new age parents, another thing new age parents don't understand is they don't understand how to respect the maturity level of their children.
Why? Whatever do you mean by that, Mr. Rockman or whatever? I don't know what I'm supposed to
No,
say.
it's cool. Call me how you feel, man. It doesn't matter. No, I
How
feel.
you feel?
Call it how you feel.
What
So.
do you mean?
It's more so. It's like, all right. For example, your kids may do something, and yeah, it's way out of line for you, and you're angry and stewing, but they honestly may not have meant anything by it. I think sometimes the new age parents kind of blow certain small things out of proportion, and it's like, okay, I could have handled that better, or I could have taught them to resolve that a little bit better than what I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, your son might be outside and he might just be sitting there chilling, and you're like, hey, come in the house. And then he might not have honestly heard you. He might have just been in his own world, and then you just kind of just like, get your ass in the house. Like, I can understand the fourth.
Get your hands in the house, nigga.
Yeah, like, I can understand if it's like the fourth, fifth time, sixth time, you're dead. Like, that's how it was back in our days. Like, if your mom had to call you 6, 7 times, a whooping or death was usually followed. So, but I mean, I just think a lot of people, they're so adamant about trying to get their kids grown and out of their hair that they kind of just treat them.
Wait, stop it.
Okay.
Stop right there.
All right.
It's not even that, man. Like
Okay.
you said, grown and out of their hair. That's not the thing. And I didn't mean to get all up in the mix like that, but it's not grown and out of their hair, man. Like, the thing is, a lot of people don't really understand, like, they don't get that they're molding these people. And, it's like, people don't realize how smart kids are.
So
And
true.
They
So
mimic
true.
everything that you do. And I don't think it's they're trying to get them grown and out of their hair. I think it's like they're just trying to get them grown so they can go do what the fuck they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And I can see that.
Kids mimic what they see at home.
Very true. Very true.
All the time. Like, that's how it happens. I know a lot of stuff that I do now is from how I was raised and what I seen. And it's just people. Let me let you in on a secret. Kids don't want to walk in and use your debit card at no store. They want to buy a game. They don't want to be like, okay, you gonna buy it, swipe the debit card. Like, they don't want to do that. They just want the stuff and just be a kid and go back home and play that game.
That's right.
Stop trying to make these kids adults before it's time. Because when you make kids adults before their time, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna start talking back to you at an early age. They're gonna probably start thinking that they can go out and do what they want to. At an early age. And you never know. They may wanna cover your ears, Cliff. You don't want to hear this. They may want to go out and have some sex.
No!
It's time.
Oh, my ears are bleeding. Why? Why? No, they're too young for that. No.
Exactly.
But no, I mean, and I agree with you to that point, because it's very reminiscent of the old axiom that they always told us when we were like kids. And, we didn't listen to them, but because as kids, it's funny, and it's part of that too, to where as kids, you're always just like, I can't wait to grow up. I can't wait to do this. And I remember, my grandma used to tell me, when grandma's still alive, just like, boy, but enjoy it while you last. Because it's rough. When you become an adult, the party's over. And, I was like, whatever, man. But now, being an adult is like, damn, they were right. because
That shit sucks, nigga. That shit's real.
it's real here on these streets, man. You don't have that.
It's real, nigga.
You don't have that bill money. You know, they do more than just like come after you. They just cut off stuff. They don't even come after you no more. They just cut off stuff. It's not, oh, I'm gonna call you and get on to you. No, it's just we just cut it off. And then it's like a whole bunch of money you can't afford to pay to turn it back on. You know, so just as a parent, and all the parents that are listening, that are still probably listening right now, just
Them motherfuckers ain't listening, man. It's like, you two niggas have no idea what they're talking about.
they cut off, but they said, oh, they don't have no kids? Click. Nope.
Click. Sorry.
Wrong.
I'm not
Wrong.
listening to you. You don't have 4 or 5 kids to deal with.
You can't holler at me right now, son, if you don't even have 6 kids like I do. You know, and you know, that's another thing too, and I want to bring that up. It's just what is it? I had it written down here. And you know what? The whole behaving in public thing, that goes both ways. Because you know what? You know how your kids embarrass you or may embarrass you sometimes? Well, guess what? Sometimes you might embarrass your kids. You know, and I mean, not the playful embarrassed, just like the no, I'm deeply, like, I'm going to cry when I get home embarrassed. Because, I mean, every kid has the whole, oh, Mom, you're embarrassing me, stop. And then every kid's just like, oh, my God, Mom, I can't wait to get out of this house.
Look, let me just wait, Cliff. Wait, hold on. I don't think it really matters, because when you're a kid and you look at your mom or dad or whoever's raising you, it doesn't matter what they do, they embarrass you in public anyway. Don't matter. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it is, don't call your son a little nigga in front of everybody. Like, that's what you don't. Come here, little nigga. I told you one time, get your little knucklehead ass over here, just like your damn dad. That's what you don't do. It doesn't matter what you do. You're gonna embarrass your kids. Just don't embarrass your kids that way. Hey, little nigga, come here, little nigga. You know, like, don't do that. We'll go upside the head.
You guys imagine being in the store and seeing Spencer run to his parents after they've said that to him. Can you guys imagine that? Like, that's.
And then don't call your little girl a hooker. Come here, hooker.
Yeah, no, that's another thing. I'm tired of that, because I've heard, you know what, I've heard that a few times, and I am kind of tired of that. Like, I don't objectify your own little girl before she's even the age to be objectified, because that just does not, that says leaps and bounds about how you are as a parent. It really does. Yeah, exactly. It's like, really?
I'm gonna pay her.
Like, it's like you wanna sit there and be like, she's 5. Why are you saying this? You know, like, really? This is all we got, really? And then another thing too, because this is one of my really big pet peeves. Let's stop being the generation of parents that just buy things to shut their kids up. Please stop that. Please, if you might be one of these parents if you are willing to spend more than $100 to simply shut up your kid. Because that's ridiculous. Like,
but I gotta have these new J's. I gotta have these beasts though.
Why?
I gotta have this gold chain though.
Why you had to bring up the J's, man? Why you had to bring up the J's?
I'm just saying I gotta have that though. I gotta have the new KDs though.
I
gotta have all of that, man. You sitting up here talking that you talking real reckless at the mouth right now.
I mean, it's like you kind of want somebody to come in and just slap them and just throw down a flag on parenting, just slap them and just throw it down, just like off parenting, 50 slaps. I mean,
the thing about it though, for real, Cliff, is people look at parenting and that kind of stuff as like a good way to show them, like, hey, son or daughter, you're gonna have what I never had, and here you go, like, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. But the thing about it is, they never show, or they never tell their kids the work ethic that comes behind getting that kind of stuff. You got to be able to work and get out there
and
make your own money.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with buying your kid a new Apple computer or something like really cool, like a new iPad. But make them work for it. Like, if they already lost 3, stop. Please. I mean, 1 should have been the stopping point, but if you have somehow found yourself at 3, please, dumbass, please stop. Please, just.
Why you got to call the people dumbass?
I have to, because you know what? These are the same type of people who will do that. That are like, 1-year warranty? No, like I've been to Walmart before and I've heard this to where the guy's just like, well, he's just gonna lose it anyway. Could have got a 2-year warranty on it for like 60 something through like Apple, and he just totally no, I'm not gonna do it. He's gonna lose it anyway. Like, it's like, so now you're saying he's already lost you, what, $800? What's another $400 gonna kill you? Like,
exactly.
Man.
Go to Cole Jackson, pay my rent fund. You get that money to me, I know exactly where that's going to go.
I do, man. It's like, can we start a fund off of stupidity? It just, every time you're about to, like, make another purchase for this child that has somehow lost, like, this invention that cost you close to $1,000, like, why not just donate like $10 just off to the side? Because you got money, you balling anyway. You might as well put that money towards something. Like you said,
your black ass. It ain't going to you.
But you know, but in all seriousness, like, just, you're not teaching them responsibility. So, you know, again, just stop. You know, stop and think. Like, when you, as a parent, there's so much to watch out for nowadays, and the internet highway information place is just weird. The interwebs is just weird, you know. But with so much going on, if you really sewn in and showed your kids and kind of just sat down and talked with them and keep like a good level head between you and them, like, they'll actually turn out pretty okay. Because I mean, my mom, for the most part, like, I mean, you know, she was the sweetest person in the world, and she didn't always hold my hand, but, you know, my mom actually taught me a lot of great things. Like, I'm really thankful for God bless me with that kind of mom, because, like, and Mother's Day is coming up, too, so don't tell her I told you this, but, like, I do, man. I thank God for every day. I give her a hard time, but my mom, like, she's just out there, like, day in, day out, and still teaching me lessons. Like, I'm 29, going on 30, and she's still teaching me something new every single time. She might not be up on the latest technology trends or know how to work a VCR. Love you, mama. But I'm just saying.
Wait a minute, so why is a VCR still in your house?
Hey, man, we just trying to make it. I'm just trying to learn how to read. You know what I'm saying?
He said you better know how to use a VCR. Nigga, everybody use a VCR.
Look.
What is wrong with you?
Look, I'm telling you.
One of those in your house.
Look, dude, I'm telling you, when they told my mama she got DVR, man, she thought she was living in the space age. She was like, Cliff, I got DVR. You know they'll record episodes every single day. And I was like, yes, mama, I'm aware. I'm aware of that. So when you talk about the person who doesn't know how to set an alarm clock, that shows you how dated my mom is back to technology. But that's okay, though. That's okay. She taught me how to be a man, and that's all I care about, you know.
Well, since you're doing the positive thing right now, is there anything about new age parents that are good or right, or are they doing? Is there some things you could say positive? Because I know we're talking about a lot of negative stuff, and I don't want people to think like, "Hey, man, these two niggas they just dogging us."
I can't wait till they have kids. They cursing us right now. they praying for me to have 3 and for you to have 4 in an option.
They ain't gonna curse me, because I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna let everybody know right now, my kids, they're gonna hate me because I'm gonna be a parent. I'm gonna show them who's boss around here.
Are you gonna use the hate to make yourself stronger? Is that what you're gonna do?
No.
No.
It don't take all of that, man. A little bit of discipline and a lot of love. That's all you need, man.
I will say that about these new age parents. Some, not all, but some are a little bit more active. Like, it used to be a time when parents were just like, you want to be in baseball, football, and soccer? You know, but now these parents are actually pretty just like, and I mean, that shit costs money. Like, we're talking about like $200 for like, just registration alone. That's right. It was so much money I couldn't even count for it. I had to go backwards. Yeah.
They take about $600, $200 a piece.
That's it.
And like you know your math.
Hey man, hey, math was not my strong point. That's okay. It didn't have to be. I'm trying to be a game designer. We don't do math. We design shit. But yeah, dude, like I'll say that about the new age parents. That and at least they'll take more risk and allow their kids more creativity now. You know,
Wow, you took the words right out of my mouth.
that's well, it's a lot more acceptable for a lot of things nowadays. Like, you know, everybody knows back in our times there were a lot of taboos. Like, couldn't really. I mean, us as black people couldn't really date a white girl.
Oh well, you grew up here.
Yeah.
Out west, that's like it's cool.
Thank you, Cole. Thank you for calling me out on that. And I mean, it's not like, you know, my mom would kill her, but, you know, the conversation would come up. That's all I'm saying. But it's a lot more, like, you know, like kids are, unfortunately, and then in some cases, fortunately, are like kind of getting a little bit more freedom in you know, doing certain things and wearing their hairstyles a certain way and wearing certain clothes.
Well, that's the thing I was gonna kind of point out too, man. One thing that I like about new age parents is teaching their kids to be individuals.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of kids out there that are very talented and they're being themselves, which is really cool. It's good to be able to live in a day and age where you can see kids being themselves and being individuals and expressing themselves the way they want to, and that's cool. Push that, man. You don't want a bunch of the same kind of people walking around being robots.
And I like that. Like, individuality is so important now. Like, have you noticed we don't even have? Remember back in our time, we had after school special shows and little pop ups like the More You Knows, you know.
Every time I think about an after school special, I think about the episodes of somebody getting molested.
Aww.
It's like, come on in here, drink this wine.
They're like, okay.
Okay. And he was like, well, Jimmy, where did he touch you? Here. So don't talk about after school specials, because I always seen the ones that the kid got molested.
Well, that one. I remember the one where you couldn't get into the van because there was no candy. Remember that? Apparently,
come on in here with this. I got this candy for you. What kind of candy is it? Kit Kats. I don't like Kit Kat. Damn.
And did you ever notice that, you know, whenever they had those little after school special commercials and they had the creepy guy with the van, the creepy guy with the van never showed them candy. He used to tell kids, I got candy. Okay. I would never get in the car with somebody, period, that say, oh, I have candy. But it just, that alone, just kind of have evidence like,
but
hey.
You talk to people after school that's grown in the first place. They ain't got to talk to grown unless they're a principal or a teacher. But in the times we live in now, they'll take you home and
cut you up.
They'll touch you up and down real good. So
yeah, it's cool that now these kids have. And then, you know, another thing that I like about the new age parenting is that at least they will sit down and talk with them about anything, because anything that could be talked about or in a discussion, a lot of these new age parents will just sit down and talk with and have a nice conversation. Remember, we used to have books and classes, you know.
Yeah. I think a lot of that has to do with them being a lot closer in age with their kids, and that's something that they can kind of relate to. If you're a good new age parent, I think, you know, you're able to sit down and kind of be like, well, I kind of went through that, and I know what you're going through, and you can talk to me about anything. And it's a good deal. That's kind of dad I want to be. You know, I want my kids to be able to talk to me about whatever. So, I mean, you know, like as much as it's a negative situations that we're talking about, it's a lot of positive things.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, now you have a lot of parents who pretty much don't miss field trips, like, at all. Like, it's just like, when did that happen? I remember my mom used to be like, all right, gotta work. Here you go, here's your lunch. See you later, you know. Here's money, have fun. But a lot of these parents was like, oh no, it's year-round field trips, I'm in. You know, and it's like, oh,
well,
okay.
you don't want your you don't want your kid to be on the bus, be the one on the bus that's in the back seat getting ran through. So, so yeah, you gonna be on the bus because you don't want that to happen to your kid. Like,
Oh.
whose kid is that in the back getting ran through? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I did say that, and I'll stick by it because it happens. Deal with
That's
it.
terrible.
Deal with it.
Oh.
You brought
Oh.
the pole. Glad you brought me back out of. Aren't you glad you brought me out? Get on your podcast.
I do. I'm so happy you're back with us because
They
it
should have
just.
never took the money away.
That's right. Out cooning again. Out cooning again. But no, and that's another cool thing. And you know what else is cool about new age parents is that they're actually pretty hip to a lot of the lingo nowadays. So kids can't really get away with that anymore.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
But-
Yeah.
Like, used to be a time you could just come home and just be like, skeet, 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 and your mom's just like, well, okay, whatever. Now parents know. They're like, what did you just say to me? Skeet, skeet, skeet?
I don't think kids say that anymore.
I know, right? That
Kids just
shows
be like,
how
I
old
nutted
we
you.
are.
Kids just be like, I nutted on the face. And they do the slap challenge or whatever it's called. Now I'm sounding like I'm out of the loop. It don't matter. We need to get to the point, sir. Our show is running kind of long.
It is running kind of long, but the point being is just new age parents, while there's a lot of negatives about you, and we did kind of go in, there's a lot of positives too, but the bottom line is just talk with your kids and get to really know your kids. Get on the same playing field, if you will, or the same level as your kids. And remember, parenting is a two-way street. Like, there's no guideline to parenting, there's no book to it. But, remember that it is a two-way street. Like, don't just go in and just like, I'm right because I'm the mother. I'm right because I'm the father. No. You are in control. That is very true. And you are in control of their livelihood and the household. But sometimes they may be right about certain things that you don't see. And sometimes might be wrong. But don't take that time to just throw authority over them. Take that time to explore that and just be like, okay, cool. Well, let's see why this happened, and let's try not to let it happen again, and let's move forward, because at the end of the day, remember that you represent yourself and your family.
You sound like you should have been on the Oprah Network, with what you just said.
Like
You should have been on OWN.
Sir, they will never let me on the Oprah Network.
Shout out to Oprah.
I have a
Looking for my
brain.
invite.
I have a brain, and I'm a man, so there's that.
Well, let me just add, man, that we did not do this to just get on y'all or whatever, get on new age parenting and talk bad about it. Like I said, it's a lot of positive things that come out of that, and we most definitely do not want the same thing to happen in Winn-Dixie to Cliff again as well. So I think that's why we had to get on here and talk about this today.
It's gonna happen again, though.
As long as your cousins are in Winn-Dixie, yes, it is.
Hey, man, don't talk about the gun. Don't talk about the gun.
Them your cousins, though, man. That's terrible. So, what do you say? I think this is. Are we done, or is this it, or what's happening?
Yeah, man. I feel like that was my final thoughts on it. Did you have any final thoughts on parenting aside from that one, the new age parenting? Is that?
Actually, that's pretty much it, man. Like I said before, I can't wait to be a parent. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be pretty good. I know I don't have kids now, and I know I'm just talking from the outside looking in. But hopefully, people who are raising kids these days, right now, excuse me, just kind of think, man. Just think about some of the things that you're doing, and think about what that kid sees too, because a lot of what you do, they see it and they mimic it, and they're gonna do it in public, whether you want them to do it or not. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna act the way you act at home. So try to save face and not cut a food or act up or show your ass on Instagram all the time. It's like, stop. Stop that.
Hashtag terminate Instagram. Is that what it is?
No. No. Keep Instagram alive. Nigga. Keep it alive. Even though I got a Windows phone.
Oh, well, it wouldn't even work for that anyway. It would just crash. You see
Thanks.
one picture, it is just like, you know.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Shout out to Skype, by the way. Speaking of Microsoft. Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing this podcast over Skype, so hopefully it comes out sounding pretty good and everything like that. I guess before you end it, man, I'm just gonna say thanks for having me on and inviting me to get on a podcast again. It's been a long time. Shout out to Shogun. Shout out Black Fox. Because that might not never show up again.
So it's a real black box now? It contains the truth out in the sea somewhere?
Man. I don't even know. But I had fun. Hopefully we can do this again.
Oh, most definitely.
And while we're on the air also, man, just want to give you props on your new show on YouTube.
Oh, stop it. Come on.
You might want to plug it, because I thought it was pretty good. You might want to plug that, sir.
Come on, man. I'm
giving
just
you
saying.
the assist. I'm giving you the assist.
Come on. Out of the Game. Everybody watching episode 1. It's fantastic. Casting Creed. Go watch it. It's great. I love working on it. Shout out to everybody who showed me love for that. I appreciate y'all so much, because it couldn't have happened without y'all. So thank you so much. Continue to listen. We're going to keep representing the nerd culture as best we can.
Hopefully, if y'all don't get too big, you can have Cole Jackson. My services are available, player. Like, you can have me on.
we can put you on 401k benefits and all.
Man, wipe me down.
We can have a free Cole shirt. We can do it. We can do it. Free Cole. That's it.
Hashtag free Cole. Wipe me down. Man, I got to say that. Lil Boosie, you ain't shit. Just say that. Fuck what everybody's saying to you. Lil Boosie, you ain't shit. Fuck that. I said it. I'll say it again, too. Aren't you glad you got me back?
Oh, man, you don't even know. Like, it's so many people. I'm either going to get, like, a landslide of people, or I'm just, I'm going to get a lot of people just commenting and leaving, saying they should have never taken the money away.
My last thing I'm going to say before we get out of here, man, hit me up on Twitter, ColeJackson12. At ColeJackson12, get at me. I don't tweet as much, but maybe you guys should give me a reason to tweet. Maybe you'll like some of the things that I say back to you. So, sir, it was wonderful getting on this podcast with you today, man. I love it, man. I have to salute you. Thank you very much.
Come on, man. You're giving me too much credit over here. I mean, thank you. It's true, but you know.
You ain't shit. Just like Boosie. You ain't shit.
Cole Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rockman. Thank you so much. Again, Cole, thank you for coming on.
Man, no problem, man. Anytime you want me on, my services are I'm here, man. I love getting on podcasts. I still enjoy doing it. So I hadn't done it in a while.
Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna do something for you, Cole. Okay, everybody who's listening to this now, all 5 or 4 of you, probably the 5th one probably walked out. I was the option, nigga. Everybody listening to this now, if you want Cole to appear as a secret character or kind of an unlockable in our new podcast, Out of the Game, hit us up and let us know about it, please. I would love to have him on the show. I would love to have him just pop in, say something crazy, and leave, as he's full of that. So, yeah, tell me how much you liked him. And, I mean, he's definitely on my show. It's happening. Insomniac's Journal. We're going to keep Cole on every now and then. I mean, not all the time, because he has stuff to do. He has bills to pay.
I'm a special guest host.
That's it. You're special guest host. So he's a very, very special, the badge special. Yeah, so, yeah, if you guys You know, like, let us know what you think about the podcast, likes, dislikes, the feedback. And again, remember, none of this is to be taken personal. I'm a dude that just, you know, chills out. I don't get paid for this. We just do it for fun. So remember, everything's all fun and just, you know, it's a celebration.
You think you know the truth?
That's right. Well, because, you know, I
That's
can't
the
sleep.
tagline, right?
That's it. It's like, I can't sleep because I think I know the truth. So, you know.
You should change your tagline.
Ladies and gentlemen, that offer has been rescinded from Cole Jackson because he made fun of my tagline. But, nah, he's probably right. I probably do need to change that. That's another thing, too. Hey, if you think I need to change my tagline, let me know what the new one should be. You know, write my new tagline for me. Again, like Cole Jackson, you won't be paid, but I'd be more than happy to give you credit for it.
Your credit is bad.
Oh, you can't even rub it on the jeans, son. I'll scratch through the jeans. That's how bad the credit is.
Okay, man, in your show, man, because they gonna sit up here and be like, wow, these niggas still on. Somebody get them off.
Again, I'm gonna have to play Sandman. I'm Rockman. This is Cole Jackson. Cole Jackson.
Cole Jackson. I will see you guys next time. Salute.
Have a good one, guys, and thank you again for listening to Insomniac Journal. Bye.
Oh my god.